Hi, I'm Nancy Mondragon. This is my final speech, and these are my audience. Eating disorders are an enormous problem in America and around the world. Just in the U.S., about 90 million women have suffered from eating disorders sometime in their life. Starting at the age of 6, girls start to get concerned about their body and their weight. This is not only a problem for females, but for males as well. Approximately 10 million males are suffering from eating disorders as well. The rate of this development of eating disorders keeps increasing since 1950. This problem has been around for almost 65 years. 40 to 60% of elementary school girls start to worry about their body type, and that is what leads them to this devastating disorder, anorexia nervosa. Anorexia nervosa is the starvation of the body, which leads to the lack of nutrients the body needs and affecting its physical state. People who have this have an immense fear of gaining weight. Lori House Anderson expresses, quote, "The only number that would be enough is 0 pounds. More than 1,000 women die each year because of anorexia nervosa. What leads these people into this disorder? It's the obsession of losing weight because they see themselves fat in the mirror. Most of these cases are mental because as much as they see themselves fat, in reality, and the majority of them are walking skeletons. Today, I will inform you of the causes, the symptoms, and the treatments for anorexia nervosa. Unlike many other disorders, people are not born with anorexia. They develop this illness throughout their lifetime. There are many causes of anorexia. Researchers indicate that anorexia could run in families, not through blood or genes, but through witnessing a family member's experience. For example, a teenage girl has a sibling that has anorexia nervosa. Just this, the teenage girl has a higher risk of developing anorexia herself. Witnessing her sibling, she will start to wonder and worry about her weight, steering to this disorder taking over her life as well. The level of this risk is about 10 to 20 times. Many of these people that develop anorexia nervosa are perfectionists. Golisano Children's Hospital says the people who are more likely to get anorexia is hardworking, introverted, resistant to change, and highly self-critical. On the outside, they might be obedient and have success on everything they do, and worry about making others happy. On the inside, unfortunately, they feel worthless and depressed. In their mind, if they are not perfect, then they are failures in life. This causes anorexia because they think that being skinny is the perfect size. Most have families that support them and care about them. Others have families that criticize them and judge them by their looks and appearance. These are parents that worry about themselves and they diet themselves. Like mentioned before, this can run in the family. The daughter or son starts to see parents worrying, they will start following their lead because they think that is the right thing to do. One very big cause of anorexia nervosa is social pressures. It could be sports, hobbies, or events that require to have a thin body. Help Guide says that ballet, gymnastics, and modeling are top 3 of these hobbies in sports. This has more impact on teenage girls. The last cause is life events. Tragedies and problems that these people go through leads them to starvation and depression. It could be a big breakup from family, friends, or even partners. Another reason could be they are afraid on going away to school, fearing that they're going to have no friends and that they're going to be alone. These thoughts and events have cost many people's lives. There are many symptoms that these people are affected by this disorder. There are 2 types of symptoms, physical and emotional. First, it's the obvious, extreme weight loss starts to take place. Because there is not much intake of food and nutrition, dizziness and fainting starts to occur. Their hair starts to thin out, and on extreme levels, it just falls out. This is because the hair does not have enough nutrients to stay healthy and strong. Physical symptoms can be internal. In the case of women, the absence of their menstruation starts to happen. It reaches to its highest degree that they stop producing their eggs. For both males and females, irregular heart rhythm and constipation takes place. They lose amounts of blood flowing in their body, and they start to suffer from low blood pressure. This leads them to get hospitalized. Their skin starts becoming very dry, and they are constantly very cold and dehydrated. Emotionally, these people suffer immensely. They start isolating themselves from friends and families that care about them. They refuse to eat, and they exercise excessively. Anorexic people start to feel depressed and sometimes don't even show any emotions. All they think about is losing pounds to make themselves feel worthy. Emily Halban expresses from her experience how she felt, quote, not clever, not pretty, not trendy, and not likable enough. This lady is one of many millions that go through these exact same thoughts. Anorexia nervosa is an eating disorder that luckily can be overcome. There are treatments for those who are affected. If in serious danger, or if the people start to get in a stage where they no longer want to live anymore, they get hospitalized. First, they check that everything is okay with them and there are no serious health issues in their bodies. Those who are not as severe do not get hospitalized. Treatments are medical, nutritional, and the modification of behaviors. They get assigned to nutritionists and dietitianists that get foods they need, that focus on getting foods they need that are healthy for them to get back on less critical weight. Help Guide explains nutritionists help, quote, develop and follow meal plans that include enough calories to reach or maintain a normal, healthy weight. Also, nutritionists inform them of what a good exercise workout is, not excessively, but normal, in order for them to stay on good and maintain their weight. There is also therapy for the people and their families. For the people, it helps them to be not so insecure and get back on normal mentality. The negative thoughts that come to their head is the reason why they become anorexic. Therapy helps them recover, and it helps them feel comfortable about themselves and their bodies. They teach them how to deal with problems, stress, and harsh emotions. For the family, they explain to them what they can do to be more involved in the person's life and to make sure that the person is doing well and happy. These treatments and counseling helps victims of anorexia nervosa get back on their feet and continue their lives worry-free. The refusal of eating and starving the body has taken over many people's lives. The causes of this horrible disorder are having problems with family, friends, and just mental problems with themselves. Socially, the person does not feel worthy and comfortable because they believe that they don't have an acceptable body. The symptoms are physical, internal, and external. It's from extreme loss of weight to hair falling out to the damage of the inner body. They become very weak and they isolate themselves from family and friends. There is also emotional symptoms. These people go through depressions because of the obsession of thinking how else they could lose those pounds. They get therapy help and nutrition help. Nutritionists help them choose healthy meal plans that can help get back on their stable weight. Anorexia nervosa has taken many people's lives and made them think that being their size is not perfect enough, and for that, sometimes the body can't take it, and the body just gives up on them. Thank you. At this time, I will take any questions or concerns.
I have a question. What are some early signs of a child or teenager having symptoms of an eating disorder?
The early signs are basically refusing to eat, and if the parent or a friend serves them food, they just throw it away and they don't want to eat, and sometimes they get really depressed and they don't get out of the room and they start isolating themselves from friends and families.
I have another question. At what age do you start seeing symptoms of?
That's a great question. Like I mentioned in my speech, the little girls start from like the age of 6, and it's really popular in teenage boys and girls between the ages of 13 and 18.
Okay. I have another question. What is the difference between anorexia and bulimia?
Bulimia is when they binge eat and they eat all they can, and then they feel guilty and they just throw up their food. While anorexia, they don't eat at all and they just exercise excessively, trying to lose all the weight.
Okay. Anything else?
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.